Hi guys, welcome back to VanZ channel. Today, I will share another list of games that are playable on Winlator, and this time using the Snapdragon 855 processor. For additional information, this chipset is a mid-range processor and has long been able to run various games using the turnip driver, especially the Mesa turnip. You can use the driver recommendations that will be shown later, or use the driver that you think runs better on this chipset. I will also put the source in the comment pin later, so you can copy the settings from their channel. Okay, I think that's enough small talk. Let's get started. First list, Prototype 2. This is the first open-world game on this list to run well. However, be aware that you may experience significant FPS drops under certain conditions. It's important to lower the graphics quality and settings in Winlator to improve performance. 2. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. In fact, this Call of Duty series is very light to play, especially for mid-range device users. The second installment in the franchise also runs quite well and is more playable on Winlator. You just need to use the appropriate settings to get a better gaming experience. 3. Max Payne 3. Some locations in this game can sometimes significantly reduce FPS performance, as you can see below. There are several settings in the preset menu to address this issue. Additionally, lowering the graphics settings is also crucial for improving game performance. 4. Colin McRae DR2 is an off-road racing game that builds upon the foundation of its predecessor, offering a mix of rally racing and other off-road disciplines. Actually, this game is still semi-playable if you use this processor. You should use additional settings to increase its performance a little. 5. Resident Evil 2 Remake. Resident Evil 2 is quite a heavy game if you're playing it with DX12. I recommend choosing the lighter version, DirectX 11, to use the DXVK feature. If your game is DirectX 12, use VKD3D to open it, or you can change the command to DirectX 11 in this config file. 6. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. To be fair, I think this is a fairly classic version of the Assassin's Creed series that runs very heavy on Winlator, especially on mid-range devices like this. I recommend that those of you using a non-rooted Android phone lower the graphics and adjust the settings accordingly in Winlator. 7. Just like the previous list, Sifu is also quite a heavy game to play on this device. You'll encounter some shuddering during gameplay, and the FPS can sometimes drop below 20. However, I still find it quite playable on this chipset. 8. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. As you can see, one of your favorite games now runs very smoothly on Winlator using this chipset. Sometimes you can achieve FPS performance reaching 90, and it even plays smoothly in HD resolution. Please use the recommended drivers and DXVK. 9. Red Dead Redemption. This is one of the most popular games among WinLab users. When playing on this chipset, be sure to avoid excessive settings and use a lower resolution than recommended to avoid FPS drops. 10. Assassin's Creed Rogue. Assassin's Creed Rogue was released in 2014 and is a popular game among Winlator users. As you can see, the game can sometimes be quite slow at sea or in certain locations. To address this issue, I recommend using a lower resolution and disabling shadows and lower the texture. Metro2033 Redux. Set in a post-apocalyptic Moscow, the game thrusts players into the dark and claustrophobic tunnels of the Moscow metro, where they must survive against mutants, bandits, and the harsh realities of their environment. This game runs quite well, although sometimes the FPS will drop under certain conditions. 12. Metro Last Light Redux. One of the coolest games in the series also runs very well, with smoother FPS performance than the previous Metro 2033 Redux. Use the driver and DXVK recommendations below to ensure the game runs smoothly. 13. Crysis. This classic version can certainly be played smoothly on Winlator. By simply using the recommended turnip and DXVK drivers, the game should run smoothly on this chipset. To avoid undesirable performance issues, please lower the graphics quality. 14. Call of Duty Black Ops. Call of Duty Black Ops is one of the games in the series that's relatively light to play. Although it's a classic Call of Duty game, the graphics are excellent and a must-play on this chipset, especially since the game is already running very smooth. Far Cry 3. Yep, as you can see, Far Cry 3 runs quite well, but sometimes the game will drop below 20 FPS in crowded areas. To improve performance a bit, adjust the settings in the preset profile to suit this chipset's performance. 16. Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition. Just so you know, this game is one of the most heavy on Winlator, using a mid-range chipset. To find out the advanced settings used in the following gameplay, please visit the source I provided in the pinned comments. 17. Call of Duty World at War. Another Call of Duty game worth playing on Winlator. This game actually runs very well on this chipset. However, if you have better settings than this, please let us know in the comments. 18. GTA 5. In fact, only in certain locations, like the one you're seeing now, does the game reach 30 FPS. Most games run below 30 or even below 20 outdoors. I'm still including this game as playable, as it's rare for a heavy open-world game to run well on this chipset. 19. Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands. Playing at HD resolution, this game runs perfectly without any issues. I think you need to adjust the settings appropriately for this device, not just the driver or DXVK. Final list, Little Nightmares 2. Finally, we've reached the end of the list. Just so you know, Little Nightmares 2 is actually quite a heavy game to play without adjusting the settings. I also recommend always lowering the graphics quality to avoid undesirable performance impacts. Okay folks, that's a list of games that are playable on Winlator using a Snapdragon 855 processor. If after trying some of these games, but don't get the performance you expect, make sure you understand the settings in each game. Some games, like Resident Evil 2 Remake, are among the games that provide DirectX 11 and 12 graphics performance, which in this case, DirectX 12 tends to be unable to run because it is too heavy. Make sure to choose wisely before trying the game and then complaining about it. Okay, if you think this video useful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Vanzi channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.